What's going on, crew? It's Thursday morning. We're gonna hit you with your WOD for the day. So our warm-up today is gonna start off with 3 movements. It's gonna be EMOM, alternating back and forth. So on minute 1, you're gonna be doing 6 side lunges. So that'll be 3 on each side. And then within that minute, you're gonna do 6 banded good mornings. On the next minute, you're gonna do 7 to 10 burpees. So the first one is going to be a side lunge. So we're going to take a wide stance. We're going to pivot our body. We're going to drop that knee down. That's going to be 1. We'll pivot the body. We'll drop the knee down. That'll be 2. You do 6, 3 on each side. You're then going to grab a band. If you don't have a band, don't worry. You can do this completely unresisted as well. So you're going to put the band on the floor. Feet are going to go shoulder width stance. You're going to dip underneath. Band's going to go on the shoulders. And I'm going to hinge at the hip. Keep my back flat, my hips high, my knees stacked over top of my ankles, and then I'm going to open the hip and squeeze my glutes. So again, I'll do 6 side lunges, 3 on each side, and then 6 banded good mornings. On the next minute, I'm going to do 7 to 10 burpees. Don't focus too much on speed. So if 10 is too hard, don't worry about going to 10. Again, this is a movement to open and close your hip. So we're going to come down to the floor, chest to the floor, prop myself up, jump, and clap over top of the head. So again, 10-minute EMOM, 6 lunges, 6 banded good mornings, and then the next minute, you're going to do 7 to 10 burpees. Rotate through that, so you do 5 rounds of each. So then we're going to go into our strength for the day. Our strength is going to be a seated Arnold Press. The reason why we do this seated is so we avoid leaning back and putting pressure on our low back, and it's going to allow you to concentrate a little bit more on the upper body. So for this one, you're going to need a pair of dumbbells or anything that's going to allow you to hold an object in each hand. So I'm going to hold the bells in front of my face, palms facing towards me. Really what I want to make sure is like everything when it comes to lifting weights, you have to make sure you're bracing through your abs. Avoid having the rib cage popped out, so keep your rib cage down. Everything is stacked over top of your hips. So for this one, what you want to avoid is rotating out and then turn this into a military press and then rotating in. So you want to think of it as one smooth movement. So I am going to rotate while I press up overhead, like so. And I'm going to bring it back down and hold in the start position. This is going to be 3 sets of 12 reps. Again, the way we've been going with this is if you don't have heavy enough weight to get a good burn on 12 reps, you can jack that volume up to sets of 15, maybe even sets of 20. So you're gonna rest 90 seconds to 2 minutes in between, 3 sets, and then that's it for gonna be our strength. So then we're gonna go into our Metcon. Our Metcon is gonna need a pair of dumbbells as well. We don't need the box anymore. So this one, it's going to be a 15-minute Amrap, and it's gonna start off with double unders. If you don't have a skipping rope, you are going to do jumping jacks. If you do have a skipping rope, but you're not amazing at double unders, you can either take this opportunity to practice them, which is always a good option, or you can double the amount and do 60 single unders. So it's going to start off with 30 double unders. Let me just demonstrate that. Points of performance for this guy is really want to make sure your shoulders are relaxed. You're going to have your torso tall, avoiding flexing and extending at the hip. Small little bounces with fast rotations. Next, you're going to go into 20 dumbbell snatches. So, we're going to give you an option today. If your dumbbells aren't heavy enough to give you that proper stimulus, we're going to do a double dumbbell snatch. But if you do have a solid enough dumbbell, you're going to do 20 alternating dumbbell snatches. So dumbbell snatch, hinge, bell touches the floor, I open the hip, quarter extremity power, and I drop it up or pull it up overhead. And I'm going to switch hands, like so. Again, if your dumbbells are not heavy enough for you to get that good feeling, you're going to go into a double dumbbell snatch, like so. Then we're going to go into 10 dumbbell bent rows. This guy, I'll give you a side view and then a front view. Hinge at the hip, bells are going to come out in front of my body, retract my shoulder blades, pull them in towards my hip, and then back down. And from the front. Like so. So again, 15-minute AMRAP, 30 double unders, or 60 single unders, or 30 jumping jacks. You're then going to go into 20 alternating dumbbell snatches, or 20 dumbbell snatches, and then you're going to go into 10 dumbbell bent rows. Rotate through that. The stimulus for today is going to be consistent, so similar to what we did on Tuesday. Consistent movement. Try not to punch it and then die down. Try not to go slow and then punch in the end. Consistent rounds is going to allow you to work on the skill today. Then we have a pretty serious finisher. So you can bring these numbers down if they're too high for you. So it's going to be 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 of hollow rocks and then arch rocks. So a hollow rock is going to stem from the hollow body position. So if I'm laying on the floor, I want to pull my feet off of the floor and I want to make sure my low back is really, really pushing down and my head and shoulders are off the floor as well. I extend my arms up above my head. So what I'm looking for is a smooth concave position. Now I'm going to add in some movement, so I have to really, really, really make sure I'm bracing through my abs. Once my low back starts to peel off the floor, you've then now broken your hollow body position. And I'm going to rock back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, like so. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. I'm going to do 50 reps, and then I'm going to switch into 50 arch rocks, which is the same thing, but on the reverse here. So if I'm flat, I'm going to lift my head and shoulders and arms off the floor, and then I'm going to lift those legs off the floor. If you guys are pretty flexible and you have wicked thoracic extension, you guys can get your chest really high off and get a good arch. A person like myself, kind of stiff there, so just do what you can. And it's going to be rocking back and forth. So 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So again, I'm going to do 50 hollows, 50 arches, and then 40, 40, 30, 30, 20, 20, 10, 10. And don't worry, that will be plenty for you guys today. So have a good Thursday morning and get after it.